Hey, I'm Andrew Gash for Audioholics. It's not often we get a chance to review an integrated amp from Denon. This is a high-end product from a company who we've determined in the past is really good about making amps. So when we heard that the PMA-A100 would be part of their 100th anniversary series, well, we had to have one, and our expectations were high. Fortunately, Denon met our expectations and even flew by some of them. This is a stereo amp that weighs in at nearly 57 pounds and even has cast iron feet. It does not have a lot of LED lights in the front, making it truly an audiophile product, one that doesn't have any unnecessary displays or LED status lights. A very dim orange input selection light rests atop the source knob, and the power LED turns solid green while the unit is on, flashes red while it's muted, and is solid red while the unit is in standby. You know it's a serious amp when the user manual is only 10 pages long. It's all power and no frills, just like it should be. Now, while we're talking about features, or the lack thereof, let's talk about what it does have. The PMA-A100 has 7 inputs, including 2 recording devices, phono, CD, tuner, and 2 line inputs. What that means is that in a 2-channel stereo amp, you have all that you need. The phono inputs also have the ability to switch between MM and MC style cartridges, and there's also a power amplifier direct input. This is a direct feed into the amps that bypasses all other electronics. On the back, both the phono and CD inputs are gold-plated high-quality connectors, and there is a preamp output in addition to the 2 recorder outputs. Even the non-programmable remote is audiophile, made from a brushed aluminum case and featuring metallic buttons and a narrow, elongated profile. For speaker connections, the A100 has 4 pairs of high-end 5-way binding posts that can be used for bi-wiring a pair of speakers if desired. We found bi-wiring to be mostly a waste of time, but some people have the extra cables around and seem to enjoy it, so if that's you, well then this amp is ready for you. As far as power, the A100 puts out 80 watts per channel into 8 ohms at 0.07% THD. Dynamic power is rated up to 160 watts into 4 ohms, and this is likely continuous given what we're seeing in the amp. Now, we'll be sure to bench test this and confirm that it doubles down the power with half the impedance. As far as the construction of the unit, it is beautiful both inside and out. The power layout is symmetrical with dual transformers, giant 71-volt 12,000 microfarad capacitors, and big heat sinks. It's a work of art. These stereo amps were put to good use, driving a pair of Salk Song Tower speakers in our reference room. And honestly, the louder we played it, the better it sounded. I mean it, we cranked this thing up and we could not get audio to distort. We could quickly tell that the war between our ears and the power of the PMA-A100 was going to be won by the amp. Now, we know this thing is $2,500. That's okay. Some people are willing to spend a good deal of money on a quality 2-channel amp. If you get the PMA-A100, well, you'll be spending a great deal of money, but you will be getting an excellent integrated amplifier in return. And so if you can afford this, well, then we're recommending it.